Let's now bring in Thomas Warwick, Senior Fellow, Scowcroft Middle East Security Initiative, Atlantic Council. Appreciate your time, Thomas. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be here.
U.S. has expressed its disappointment over Israel strikes in Qatar. What might you think Marco Rubio will achieve on this trip to Israel?
Anger would be a better description of the president's actual belief towards the Israeli strike. And what he did last night was to offer security guarantees and assurances to the Qataris, who have long been allies of the United States. I believe that Secretary Rubio is going to convey to the Israelis what those guarantees were in the hope that there will never be another Israeli airstrike on Doha. But the real challenge is going to be that although it's starting, the pieces are starting to fall into place about how the war in Gaza is going to end, there are some fundamental issues that have to be addressed. Number one, how do you get Hamas disarmed? Number two, what will the president decide will be the nature of the U.S. commitment to Gaza's reconstruction? And then finally, how do we bridge the gap between Arab insistence and European insistence and Canadian insistence? There has to be a path to a Palestinian state, and Israel's refusal to even talk about that.
The fact you say that pieces are falling into place towards ending of the war, can you elaborate?
Yes. In July of 2024, the United Arab Emirates put forward a plan for the international governance of Gaza. It would be invited in by the Palestinian Authority, but it wouldn't be direct Palestinian Authority governance, which Israel says is a showstopper. But the problem then is whose troops are going to provide security so the IDF can leave and the people of Gaza will be able to rebuild their lives. There were hints that the United States, starting back in the Biden administration, had been talking to the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and other countries about providing troops for that security force. But now we actually need to talk about how to do that. We understand that the Biden administration actually had plans written up in the Pentagon for what that would look like. Presumably somebody could pull those out of a safe. But it's going to come down to, will countries like Canada be willing to commit peacekeeping troops to allow the parties to separate, to allow the IDF to go home, to keep Hamas from reasserting control, even if it's only in parts of Gaza. That would at least allow parts of Gaza to start being rebuilt.
But Thomas, let me ask you, realistically speaking, while Marco Rubio is visiting Israel, how soon do you think that what we've just discussed, the feasibility of that actually happening on the ground?
We're still several months away. Israel believes that it still has to degrade Hamas's military capabilities. And Hamas, although they say on all the news networks I'm on that they are willing to give up governance of Gaza, they're also refusing to give up their weapons, that Israel and others, including President Trump, are fearful that they could regain control of Gaza whenever they liked. And so no one expects Hamas to surrender, but the question is, how do you secure the areas of Gaza that Hamas does not control?
Okay, we'll leave it at that for tonight. Thomas Warwick, appreciate your time and your insights. Thank you.
Thank you.